Under the Employee Social Security Act 1969, Act 4, Fadilah is entitled to protections through the Social Security Organizations, SOCSO or PKSO. Based on the case detail, the relevant social protection scheme available for her is the Employment Injury Scheme, which is EIS. This scheme provides protections to employers who suffer from employment-related injuries, including accidents that occur while performing work duties or during travel related to work, school as commuting to a different branch or locations as directed by the employer. In the Fadilah case, the accident happened on Saturday when she was instructed by her employer to deliver important documents to another branch, making the trip work-related despite it being end of day. Therefore, the employment injury scheme applied to her situations under the SOCSO.
Fadilah, a dedicated employee, suffered a devastating accident while working. She faces an uncertain future, but her story highlights the importance of Social Security in Malaysia. Let's explore the 5 key benefits that she might be entitled to. Firstly, invalidity pension. Given Fadilah's brain injury and inability to work, she may qualify for a regular monthly payment to help cover her living expenses. The amount depends on her contribution history, but it is crucial support during her recovery. Next, medical benefits. Her accident resulted in significant medical expenses. The Employees Social Security Act of 1969 covers a wide range of medical treatment and hospitalization, it potentially alleviating substantial financial burden. Third, dependence benefit. Fadilah has a husband and 3 children. This benefit provides the financial support for her dependents while she is unable to work. It ensures their basic needs are met. Fourth, rehabilitation benefit. Fadilah's recovery will likely require extensive rehabilitation. It benefit covers costs associated with physiotherapy, occupational therapy, and other rehabilitation services. It helping her regain independence. Fifth, funeral benefit. While we hope for Fadilah's full recovery, this benefit provides the financial assistance to her family in the unfortunate event of her passing. It helps to cover the funeral expenses and provide the sum of the financial relief during a difficulty of time. These are just 5 potential benefits under Malaysian social security schemes. Fadilah's case underscores the vital role Social Security plays in protecting workers and their families during their hardship. It also highlights the importance of ensuring the employers fulfill their obligation to remit the employee contribution.
Now I will explain the main qualification that must be made for Fadilah to receive Social Security benefits under the Employee Social Security Act 1969. Firstly, Fadilah must be an employee under a contract of service and must be registered under the SOCSO. Since she has been working as a dispatch since 2012 for a private company, she has qualified as an employee under the Act. However, whether her employee register her or continue contribution is important. Secondly, her job as a dispatch falls under the Employee Social Security Act 1969, which covers a private sector worker, so her employment is within the scope of the Act. Third, there must be an SOCSO contribution made. In Fadilah's case, it's reported that her contribution stopped in 2015. This is a serious issue and may affect her eligibility unless the employer is held responsible and forced to pay the arrears. This could make her claim valid again. Fourth, the accident must occur while performing her job. Although it happened on a Saturday, which is normally her off day, she was carrying out a task assigned by her employer, so it is still considered as an employee injury under the extended definition. Next, Fadilah's medical condition must be certified by a medical officer to show that the injury was caused a permanent disability or inability to work. Since she was in a coma for a month and suffered brain damage, this will likely meet the criteria for permanent disablement or invalidity benefits. Lastly, her husband must submit the claim within the required time frame, including all relevant documents, such as medical report, employer letter, and accident details. Failure to do this promptly could delay or deny the benefits.
Question 4. Discuss whether the employer has the right to stop the remittance of Fadilah's EPF contribution and what are the rights of Fadilah about this issue. The employer had absolutely no right to stop the remittance of Fadilah's EPF contributions, none at all. Under the Employees Provident Fund Act 1991, it is a legal duty for every employer in Malaysia to contribute both the employees and employers' share to the EPF every single month, accurately and without fail. This isn't just a routine process, it's there to safeguard the employees' long-term financial security and retirement savings. In Fadilah's situation, her employer had not been remitting her EPF since 2015. That's nearly a decade of non-payment, which is a serious violation of the law and a clear act of negligence of employer's part. This not only jeopardized her EPF account but also her eligibility for other social protection benefits. Now, what can be done? Fadilah has a legal right to file a complaint with the EPF, and once that's done, the EPF has full authority to launch an investigation. If the employer is found guilty, they can face legal action, and Fadilah is entitled to claim all unpaid contributions, any dividends she missed, and even late payment penalties. But here's the important part. Because of her medical condition, Fadilah cannot act on her own. That's where her husband steps in. He can legally represent her and pursue justice through the EPF and SOCSO. This not only protects Fadilah's right but also ensures the employer is held fully accountable for their actions.